Welcome to Memento Argentum, where remembering the silver screen is a requirement, not a request. I will be your host, E. Lynn, and allow me to tell you a strange tale. Elwood P. Dowd is a wealthy drunk who starts having visions of a giant rabbit named Harvey. Elwood lives with his sister Vida and her daughter, and Vida worries that Elwood has gone insane. In the process of trying to have him committed, Vida admits that she occasionally sees Harvey herself. While this results in a bad case of mistaken patient, the absurdity of this light-hearted tale sees the director of the mental home, Dr. Chumley, try to reconcile his duty to help Elwood with his own growing experiences with Harvey. Harvey, this is part of a three-pack, so I'm blocking Spartacus and Touch of Evil. Harvey was released in 1950 and stars Jimmie Stewart, Josephine Hill, Charles Drake, Cecil Kellaway, Jesse White, Victoria Horne, Wallace Ford, and Peggy Dow. This was a request from a friend of mine, and I'm kind of glad she asked for it. It's been years since I last watched this. Not since I was tiny. I was tiny watching this. And I didn't really have a choice, but I still enjoyed it. Harvey's a really cute film. It really is. There's something so charming about this guy who has a giant rabbit for a friend. And Jimmie Stewart apparently was sought out for the role, so that's pretty cool. I'm kind of glad they sought him out because he's got this sort of affability and ditziness to him. He's kind of got his head in the clouds, and it's kind of great. I also love the fact that even though he's going through what many people would consider a mental break, his sister and him seem to truly love each other. There's true family connection. The only one who doesn't seem to care for him as much is the daughter because she's trying to come out in society, and it's really hard to be in society when your uncle is known as a bit of a kook. So I actually really thought that it was sweet that, in a way, the sister was trying to commit him out of a sense of family loyalty. It's both because she's loyal to the family and because she's worried about his sanity that she decides to try and have him committed, which I really enjoyed. Especially now that I'm a little bit older, it's a lot easier to pick up on some of those things. I think that Harvey is totally worth a watch. Anyone who wants an absurd comedy that's very... I think it's based off of a play. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's based off of a play. You can kind of tell in the way that it's set up, but that makes sense for the material. It works. They didn't try and completely transpose it into a movie setting. It's kind of like Man in the Gray Flannel Suit. They decided to film it a little bit more like a play. Now, it isn't always exactly like a play because they show outdoor shots, and there are some shots where it's much more cinematic, but it does feel more like a play than, for example, Court Jester. Court Jester, as much as it is a musical, it feels like a swashbuckling adventure. It feels like Pirates of Penzance with a bumbling fool in the middle of it, which means it's Pirates of Penzance. I believe anyone who's in the mood for an absurdist comedy would totally not have a problem seeing Harvey. The one thing is, Harvey is in black and white, and I know certain people have a problem with that, but I think it's charming enough to be worth it. If you want to suggest I review something, go for it. I have no problems trying to take requests. Just try and make it before 1990. That's all I ask. If you want to show me some love, become a subscriber. If you want to show me even more love, become a patron. I do have a Patreon, of course. Who on YouTube doesn't have one at this point? Shout out to Amanda, because, you know. And finally, join me next time for Blazing Saddles, when I review another absurd comedy. I guess this week is comedies. Until then, adieu.